today I am going to be drawing and painting a little bumblebee or a little honeybee, just a little bee on I'm doing tiny paintings, doing the ACO. I've been doing tiny paintings, but I thought I've just found this aceo, which is like a card size painting challenge. They're really affordable, really handy. Like I could sell these and put them in a postcard and send them anywhere in the world for like about $10. So I thought, you know what a great little idea. I've got little card holders for them and everything. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a little series of ACO painting, ACEO, tiny, like 2 inch by 3.5 inches. And yeah, so this one is going to be a bumblebee or a bee, just a little bee. And I'm going to do it with watercolour and gouache. So I'm going to start. So again, welcome to my channel, everyone. So I'm going to start by drawing my little bee. And I'll do a flower in the background, but I'm going to start with my bee first. And I'll just draw this little head. I'm used to working as a fraction bigger with my tiny paintings. I usually do like a 2.5 by 3.5. So this is 2 inches by 3.5. So it's a 1/2 inch narrower, but it'll be fun. I hope. We'll soon find out. So I'm just going to draw the basic body shape. These little thorax here. Have him a bit rounder and a bit fuffier. I thought a bee's a good place to start, just that little bit littler, because they are little dudes. Nice little fat bum, like that. And they've got beautiful little wings. I thought that'd be fun too, because I do like bees' wings are gorgeous. Now his wings are the same length as his body. I've got him up too high. I've got to erase him already. Gee whiz, okay. I've got him up too high. I've got to drop him down so his wings fit. But that's okay. We'll just do that. So sometimes it's a bit of an adjust back and forth. And I bought some washi tape off Amazon, and it's so fine and delicate. So I thought that's perfect to do around the edges of my paintings. So I'm hoping to put these up on my Etsy at the end of the stream. I've got to figure out what postage is around the world, and yeah, I'll pop them up for sale at the end of my stream, and I can just post them to anyone who wants them. Probably around the $10 Australian dollar mark, I reckon, plus postage. Okay. So, but it means people can have art that's affordable, and it doesn't, you can keep it in a photo album. You don't have to, you can have it on the wall, like in a little series. You can get a whole little set of them. Okay, so that's his body, his wings, about the same height. So his wings can now be up here, like that. Almost to the top. A little bit more shape than I've got them. Okay. Excuse me a little bit. I've got a little bit of a cold, so I'm a bit snuffly. Sorry, I didn't. Yeah. I really wanted to paint today. I haven't painted for a week, and I've missed it. So I thought I'd hang out with you guys and do a little bit of painting. Other wing back a bit. I'm going to make him all hairy and cute too, so I'll draw his little hairy bits in. But I'm going to go over it in gouache anyway, so that's all fine. He's got little legs right up the front here, in the front of his thorax. It'll erase that and change it. Just realised what I've done. I've got to do his legs back a fraction. A bit more of at that angle. There we go. Then it's not in front of his face. I don't want it in front of his little face. Or her face. Oh, excuse my vacuum cleaner down the other end of the house. His other little leg over here. Then little leg here. Like that. Then on the back, there's 2. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Do they have 4? Hang on, I need to Google. That doesn't look right. Let's have a look. How many legs does a bee have? How many? Let's Google. How many legs does a bee have? sure it's 6, not 8. Arachnids have 8. 6. I thought so. There we go. So I've got to do one more. Thought that was a little bit wrong. Where am I going? Where's my pictures? We'll go to photos. That'll do it. There we go. Right. So this leaves a little bit chubbier. The back here. When they carry their honey on, they gather their honey. I can see the other legs over this side, so I'll just draw that one like that. All right, so that's okay. That's sort of cute. Now, I'll draw his fuzzy bits. His fuzzy butt, fuzzy butt. I might even shut my office door. Oops. Stop that sound coming up from the other end of the house. Make his eye a little bit bigger. Some fuzzy wuzzies around his head. Then draw these lovely little veiny bits on his wings. I don't know how I'm going to do this with watercolour, but anyway, we'll figure it out. Or gouache. I suppose I can go over it with the... I'm going to mix the two. I'm going to use gouache and watercolour today, because it'll be nice to have the translucency of the watercolour, but also if I need a lift, I can add the guts of the gouache, like it's strong, so I can go pigmented and opaque in areas, not the whole painting. That's why I like to mix the two. It's fun. Like that. Okay, and the other one you can just see the patterns on. Okay, so now he's got stripes. So I'll draw his stripes on. Probably 4, I reckon. Like that. I can erase a little bit. I just realised I didn't press the zoomy focus button on my camera, so I better do that. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I had to press me focus. And now his body is yellow. The top part of him is yellow. I'll get rid of the extra bit. I might even draw a little flower down here, just the top of a flower. Like that. So it looks like he's about to land, or she's about to land on a flower. That. Draw the little stamens in the flower, like that. All right, that'll do. And I'll do like a sky blue background, I think. All right, so I'm going to get my brushes organised. Spritz my paint. Where's my doodah? There's my thing. Got to get my thing. That's my spray bottle. Okay. Spray my watercolours. Spray my gouache. So we're ready to go. And I've got this new Fandangle water machine thing for my brushes, so I'm going to see if that works. See how I can get under the camera. This new water container thingy. Amazon's an awesome thing, but I tend to do a little bit of collecting of stuff. So yeah, as you do. So anyway, I am going to start by the background. I will do just a blue background, I think, just a sky blue. Just a sky blue. I can change it if I want to. With gouache if I don't like it at the end. And this is just I bought a watercolour book and I cut it into the size. I just bought a generic paper cutter thing and cut it all into 2 inch by 3.5 inch so that it's all ready to go. Just made it easier to handle. I know it's all measured to the right height, length, all that sort of stuff. Now I'm just having a look at this and thinking, because you can see the background colour through it, but I'm going to have to make it very pale. You can see the colour through his wings, but I will dilute it right down so it's incredibly watery. And I'm using my Sennelier watercolours today. I will use gouache on the bee's body for the furry bits, just to make them fuzzy wuzzy and stand out. And the paper I'm using, I have gone, it's Fabriano watercolour paper. I just bought a Fabriano block. And it's a hot press, which means it's smooth. You can see the other leaf just a little bit there. It's come down to the flower, but I will leave the flower. Excuse me, I've got to wipe my nose on my bit of towel because I've got a drippy nose. It's cold, icky. Sorry, guys. Okay, a fresh bit of paper towel for my hand. Okay, come down and around here. That petal there. Okay, so that's the background, just locked in. Now, like I said, I'm going to super dilute, so it's just very, very pale in the wings. So you can see the sky through the wings, but it's super duper pale. I'm not going to go right to the edge because it will bleed into the other paint because it's not dry yet. But I'm just going to go over them like that. And then I'm just going to pick it up with my brush. So dry my brush on my bit of cloth in my hand, that I always have a little bit of cloth in my hand. Dry my brush. I can go darker blue. I can go like a indigo around the outside as well, which I might even do. Oh, I've actually used my gouache. I didn't use, that was interesting. Okay, so I've got a bit of, I was going to use watercolour and I've just gone straight in with gouache. That's okay. I'm actually going to go a bit darker with the background. I'm going to add a little bit of indigo, because I love indigo around the bee's body, just to strengthen up that background, because why not? Excuse me, puppies. My little bossy dogs. Apologise for that. Excuse me, puppies. I'm just going to blend that out, wet my brush, take the excess moisture off. Excuse me, bear. And come down and around here. And just fill that in a bit and blend that out. Excuse me, puppy, you're going to have to go outside otherwise. Okay. Just going to go around the front of Mr. B. So I actually quite like that being a little bit stronger, I think. I won't take it everywhere. And because it's gouache, I can actually go over it with my lighter colours. Come down around this flower. This flower's a lovely yellow and orange. Come down around that. Wet my brush, take the excess moisture off and drag that up. Oops, get a bit more on there. This paper's a little bit bally. It's Fabriano. It's supposed to be good paper. It's a little bit bally. I'm not sure that I like it. I might have to go and get some better paper. But it'd be fun for today anyway. Okay, fill this in, just down in between these legs. All right. Okay, that's around him pretty much done. Now I am going to go in with like a browny colour, like a reddy brown, I think. Let's get the tip of my brush. I'm going to come along where his little wing is. Just going to do the finest line I can. Onto the little veins on his wing. Like that. You can go out, puppy. You want to open the door for my dog? You want to go out there, Bebe? You can. There you go. Out you go. Okay. Hippie. My goodness. Okay. the little veins sort of go around onto this one. I'll do them a lot paler. I'll get a little bit more moisture on my brush and just suggest the lines on this wing. They don't have to be as strong. You can't really see them on this other wing, but I want to draw them in. All right. I can add a bit of white on there as well. Right, so now I'm going to go in with my yellow. And I'm going to start, this background's pretty well dry. A lot more pigment, less water. And I'm going to do the fuzzy wuzzy little face. That. Around his little face is dark, so then I'm going to go onto his back. I'll do the darker part in a minute. You can see his fairy bits through his back, through his feathers. Feathers? Wings. Okay. Onto his little thorax. Like that. Okay, and then onto his bottom. I'm going to just add this fuzzy sort of texture going onto the blue of the background. I was going to use watercolour, but I forgot. And I just went straight into gouache, so that's fine. We'll just stick with gouache. Okay. And then onto his bottom down here. Get a bit more cloth, get a bit fresh cloth. I've got paint on it, but that's okay. There we go. Now, he does have a little bit of yellow film around his legs, so I'm just going to grab like little tiny filament hairs. So I'll add that on. Then I'm going to go, and this, I'm going to use a dark brown, like a chocolatey brown. I'm going to add a bit of blue to it, a bit of indigo to my brown to make a dark grey for his darkest colours. There we go. That makes a super dark grey. And I'm going to put this around onto his darkest bit. So I do like to make my own greys. That's indigo blue and burnt umber. And I pretty much have the same colours on all of my watercolours and everything. So I always have the same colours that I use for mixing. So every palette, and pretty much I've got every palette laid out the same, my gouache and my watercolours. Come around his eye a little bit. I can add a highlight back in there in a minute. He's got a little bit of dark on his back there. Just add that in. His little legs. One's there. Then the top part of his leg. Redo the little hairy bits, the little filamenty bits. So I'm just drawing the shapes to where the legs are joined. Like that. Okay, it's looking cute. It's looking cute. And then I've got the other leg coming from the back here. You can see that down there. It's from behind. And then this one's like that. Then like that. Got the other leg on the other side of his front like that too. So I'll do that. Put that in. And then he's got his little foot bit. Comes down here. Okay, he's looking cute. So I'm going to go a bit of an orange as well into the yellow. Get a bit more orange on my brush. Because he's darker. Under. Sort of through the middle. They're not just one flat colour. They have all sort of different oranges and yellows, and they're just super cute. Super cute. I can do this around his little eye as well. Like that. It helps to give him a little bit of depth. A little bit of three-dimensionalness. Stronger at the underneath. Stronger dark under there. Okay. I didn't put the dark onto his body. I'll do that now. Excuse me, it's snuffling. Oh my god, I've got it on. I've got paint on on my cloth. That's okay. Let's continue on around. And this is a silver black velvet brush. They're really lovely for the finer lines. I missed a bit. I've got to do another line. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, so I'm going to go into my white. Oh no, I'm not going to go into my white just yet. I'm going to go back to my orange. I've got to go around under his chin here a bit. There we go. That's a bit better. Back onto my yellow. Go into here. Whoops. Like that. My camera's not zooming very well, is it? Okay, so another bit of cloth. I keep all right, now I'm actually going to make a very diluted colour for the wings using the colour I had before. I'm going to go over this very, very gently over his wings. Give them a little bit more of a coloured glow. And I'll leave the edges, I'm just going to drag that paint just a little bit to the edges. I'm going to go into my pure white. I've got to go around his little eye with the very tip of my brush. Like that. Pop a highlight on there. Like that. So then his little eye's got the highlight. And I've lost his proboscis. So I'll pop those back on. Go into my dark. Draw those back in. Just using the very tip of my brush like that. There we go. A little bend in them, that's okay. I'll do that. Right, having a look. I'm going to strengthen up the orange. Around his body. And then I'll go even a little bit darker. I've got to add a little bit of this yellow back in, or a little bit of the orange back into his little joints on his legs. He does have little tiny hairy bits on his legs. So I'm going to put those back on. Go around his little leggies. Like that. These little leggies so he doesn't look quite so stark. These are so cute. They are beautiful little creatures. got to add that yellow back into the little joints. Okay, now I am going to add a bit of light, even lighter, make him a little bit fluffy on his highlighted bits around the back. Like that. Come on, camera, focus. All right, a bit stronger, a bit lighter on the top of the back. Like that. I'm going to get the highlights in all the right spots. I'll put a bit of a highlight here. And around the outside of his little wing. Just want to soften up the look of those little wings. Add a little highlight onto there as well. Like that. Having a quick look, he's got a highlight there on that wing. Also come around the back of these little legs and I'll do little dots, just little highlighted dots. Around his legs. Fluff up around there. Fluff up around there. Looking cute. Looking cute. All right. Now I'm going to go on to my little flower. Hello, Mr. Blu-ray. How are you? Thank you. You're sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, a bit under the weather today, but I thought I've just been needing to paint. I've just been hanging out. So how are you, mate? How have you been? But yes, I was desperate to paint. I've missed it. I haven't painted for a couple of days. And you feel it. When you don't and you're so used to it, you definitely feel it. I'm good, and yourself? I'm good, except I've managed to keep getting paint on my paper, and my paper's been sort of helping my nose because I've got a cold. And yeah, I keep. Oh, see, I did it again. I put paint on my freaking tissue. It's not tissue, but it's toweling, but it'll do. But yes. So, and I thought I'm doing a tiny painting, aceo. So I'm doing these like swap card size, so you can I've got the card holders and things, so I'm going to do these tiny paintings, and then I can sell them really cheaply rather than having expensive big ones. I can do little ones that everyone can afford, like for $10 plus postage, or $5 plus postage for some of them, all around the world. I thought that'd be fun, make something affordable, and I saw it's a bit of a thing at the moment, and I've been doing lots of minis, so I thought, you know what, let's get into it. So I am. So I went and cut out a heap of little pieces of paper so I could create these little paintings, except I'm going to swap to a different brand of watercolour paper, because this one it's a Fabriano, and I'm not 100%, I'm not used to it. I'm used to Arches. I think I've been spoilt on my paper. So I've just got to do a shadowy colour underneath him. I'll do a stronger orange under there. I'll just dilute that down a fraction. I'll mix it in with my yellow. And go under here. Ooh, that's way strong. Okay. Just going to blend that out a fraction. Like that. Do these petals. And how have you all been, and what have you been up to? Yes, I apologise for not having been here for a little while. Life got busy. I've been working lots with my kids and been busy. I haven't had time to art. And I have missed it. Right now, I'm just going to draw the centre of this little flower. I've got to do the little doodah thingy. What are they? The little stamens. Because my little bee is getting some bits from the flower. Like that. All right. I've got to darken up the shadow area underneath, so I'm going to actually wet my brush and clean my brush. I'm going to try my new water thing. I still haven't tried it. Ooh. That's interesting. Oh, see, I keep getting paint on my... Okay, so I'm going to go a stronger red. I might even go a cad red into the centre. Oh, that's way too strong, but anyway, we'll just pick that up with my brush, shall we? Gave myself a fright that was that strong. Shouldn't let your paint scare you, people, just saying. I'm just going to come up with the little veiny bits onto my petals. The flower's not the focus, so it doesn't have to be. But I just want the bee to look like he's trying to land on something. Then I reckon I might even call that one done. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. He's pretty cute. He's pretty cute, but I'm gonna get my finer brush now. Clean me with this one. Grab my super duper fine little bitty itty bitty one. Where is it? I've got a little itty bitty one somewhere. Of course, I don't know where it is. We'll try this one. This is one I bought the other day. We'll see how good this is, eh? See if it holds together. It's a cheapy Amazon brush. But I felt like I wanted something a little bit firmer. Let me go cadmium yellow. It's a bit warmer. Right. That's all right. I'll bring that around his bot. Just want to strengthen this up a little. It looks cute-ish. I've got to go back into the dark now. I'm going to go in with indigo. I'm not going to use a black. I'm just... Clean your brush, love. I didn't clean my brush very well, did I? Right, clean my brush. Go back into my indigo. I'm not using a black. I'm using an indigo. Dark blue. It's a gorgeous blue. I'm going to put that in his darkest areas. Just need to strengthen some of this. It's all looking a bit... It's got a hairy bit there. A little bit dark through there. Like that. That's looking better, I think. Maybe. Maybe. Strengthen that bit. Maybe put a little bit of dark underneath there. And I reckon I'm going to call that done. Do that. Sign it down there. Put the year. And I will pop him on my Etsy when he's dry. I'll get some photos, and I reckon it'll be $5 plus postage. So I think I've got my Etsy listed on my YouTube channel. I think. I'm going to take this tape off and let's have a look. Oh, the washi tape worked well. I got this washi tape for like $20 for 20 rolls. And it's really quite cute. There we go. Look at that. Woohoo. Ta-da! So that's 2.5 inches by... No, 2 inches by 3.5 inches. So I'm going to be doing a whole little series of these for sale. Stay there, little painting. So it's a very short and sweet video, but thank you so much for hanging out and watching. I have had an absolute little blast with it, and I really needed to paint. So I appreciate you guys and girls being here with me. I'll be back for another one. Don't know what I'm going to do. Have no idea. Any inspiration for me, just leave it in the comments. And yes, I would happily draw requests. Yes, because as long as it fits in a little 2 by 3.5 inch. So yeah, it's called aceo, so it's card sized. And I've got the special little hard packs, hard covers for them. so I can put them in and they'll be all nice and safe. So thank you for watching. Have an awesome day, night, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I will see you all for my next video. Thank you.